Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Brothers and sisters, I want to talk today about a topic. It's not actually a topic, but a zikr that we always say and we never pay attention to what it's meaning exactly. And this zikr is where we say Lahawla WalaquwA illa billahi al-ali which means in English, there is no power nor strength except through Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, or there is no power nor authority except by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is how a lot of websites translate it, but I'm gonna talk about exactly the wordly translation of La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah al-ali because that's how we get the real meaning of what exactly is La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah al-ali. So I'm gonna start about, first of all, what is the hawl in Arabic. Hawl in Arabic, in the Mu'jam of Arabic, the dictionary, it means a lot of situations. And one of them is, it refers to the movement, which is al-haraka. And also it means the transferring from one place to another, التحول من حال إلى حال. So this means it's switching or changing directions. And also tahwil, it's just like exchange of like currency, for example. And also it means the hawl, the moon changing, or the moon gravity. That's how we know the days and the days and the hisab. That's how we know the counting. That's how we know the days and the months and the years. So the change and the gravity of the moon and the sun, that's how we decide what year we are in, and what, for example, when is Ramadan. When we're gonna say Ramadan, we're gonna see the moon, and then we say this is Ramadan time. So this is all it means, the movement. It actually does not mean like the how they translate it, power or authority, or they translate to strength. It actually means movement, hawl. So this is the wordly translation of La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah al-ali al-azim. And it also means, yes, transferring, and it means switching as well. And this is in the Mu'jam al-Arabi. So we go back to English. It's the same. La hawla, it's translated to, in Oxford, it's transferring and turning or rounding or encompassing or switching from one side to another, or diverting, or power and ability, or alienating. So it means like changing, being against, or being different from the normal, for example, alienation. And it also means power, and it also means ability. And it also means to transfer, yes, to transfer to another place. And it also means sensory perception. This is exactly what I want to talk about. It means the sensory perception that every one of us, every creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, has their own sensory perception. How we move, how we eat, how we dress, how we talk, how we breathe, how we actually know where we are in the world, how we, everything. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, until, we live as spirits to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we exit the worldly life, or the two worlds we live in. So this is how we actually, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala put this in us. So every creation knows their own sensory perception. Every cell in the body knows their own sensory perception. Even in the division of the cells in the human body, they only divide by the hawl of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, by the power and by the sensory perception that Allah has put in every cell as well, just as we do, and just as the moon and the sun do, and just as everything transfers from one place to another. So this is the actually, it's the scientific miracle and the linguistic miracle of La hawla wa la quwwata illa billahi al-ali al-azim. So if anyone thinks that we do anything that we do, it's because of our power, he's a liar. Because only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does put that movement in us. Even when you see somebody that is paralyzed, if you see somebody that's in a coma, he still has the perception, because he's still there. The person is still in the, the spiritually is still existing. But the body may lose the movement, but the perception is still there. The spiritual perception of the human body, or the body of the spiritual side, or we can call it the psyche of the human body, or the human spirit is still there with the sensory perception. So the sensory perception is actually a broad concept that goes through, it's a broad meaning, but it's all narrowed in La hawla wa la quwwata illa billahi al-ali al-azim. So everything that moves in the earth, in the heavens, even the worms, even the everything that moves is by the hawl and by the power of Allah Almighty. And this is all what I wanna refer to. So as I put some pictures in this video, you can see I put the astronauts, I put the swimmer, I put the handicap, I put the lady that is climbing the mountains. So every movement, there is a lot more. We cannot put everything that has every movement in just one video, because it's a broad, as I said, it's a broad zikr. So if something, we always need to say this, even in the hardships, you say La hawla wala quwwata illa billahi al-ali al-azim, because we know it's all by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala we achieve, or we move in this worldly life, just by his power. So it's a very important zikr that I always wanted to talk about, because it blows the mind of any creation. It makes us think about what actually La hawla wala quwwata illa billahi al-ali al-azim means. So I just want to say this, and thank you so much for anyone that subscribes to this channel, or anyone that shares. I am not looking for funds, to be honest, or I'm not looking for fame in this what I do. But anyone that listens to this video and share it, you have the same reward, just like it's not me who said it. You have the same reward as you. It's like you have said it the same. So, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.